200 candles alight, scatter fire through the roof when I call you. Were you there? Were you there? Were you ever? I wish I would see what you see. Wish I would see what you see.
Stanley Parable.
I want what I left behind me. I trip when your name reminds me.
Nice loading screen.
Those days when things were new. Those days when I had you.
It's a really nice loading screen. It's taking like forever right now. Oh, it's loading.
Take my hand and remind me.
Come on, buddy.
What we
You can get
used
there.
to believe and dream to be. Oh, take my hand now and find it.
It's showing this. It tells me it's like a 5-minute load.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day.
Is that better?
Of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I can't jump.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, do I want to follow his directions? Do I go through the door on the left or the right? What? Left or right? Are you serious? How's that? Is that better? Should be better. Oh, wait. Turn yourself up. Yeah. Okay, now then. The real question, left or right? Which door? He wants me to go through the left. Fine.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
We're broke Wednesday. Financial panic meeting. Get Chris out of the broom closet. What? This is great. Red, this is advice for you.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Yes, sir.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I guess I'm following his directions. Also, hello, Fred, if you are still there. I know you said hi earlier, but my mic was being crappy.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
It's a
unraveled,
giant office.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could
There
not
we
have
go.
known was that the
This is
keypad
familiar.
behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an
Yeah,
extra
that's it.
secret pin number.
No, that's not it.
2845.
8,
But of
4,
course,
5.
yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the
That-
keypad,
I'm so
Stanley
smart.
happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Yeah, I can walk over that.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Right. This feels wrong. Guess I'm doing it.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
It's a
This
wild
question
thing.
would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Extension 914. Hello, Mr. Deadfire. Should I try and escape? I don't know. Mind control facility sounds a little sketchy. You know what? I'll go in. I'll do it. Oh god, they locked me in.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh, there's a button.
Now the monitors jumped to life. their true nature revealed.
Okay.
Each bore the number of an employee.
Wait, I forgot which one was mine.
Stanley's co-workers. The
I'm
lives of so many
237?
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Which one was 237? It was, I think it was around here. Weird.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be
You guys
true.
ever played this game?
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his
It's freaking
boring
wild.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept
472.
it blindly?
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? 472. Got it. Come on. Huh. That doesn't look familiar.
No.
Stay there?
He
Oh.
refused to believe
Crap.
it. He
Well,
couldn't accept it.
too late
His
now.
own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his
Where am I
entire
going?
life utterly blind to the
Oh,
world?
hey, there's the thing.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
I'm sorry.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Hey, there's a little coffee cup. Let's see. I like work. I just hate my boss. Fucking same. Holy crap. That describes my entire life. Okay.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible
I'm
place
just starting this
and to
game.
everything it stood for.
Should I turn it off or on? Looks like it's already kind of on. Down with the establishment. What do you say, Deadfire? Off. Oh shit, I broke it. Uh-oh. It's not good. Am I still alive? I can still move.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments
I see a
away.
bird.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his
what a
goal had
profound
not been to
speech.
understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
So
That
profound.
was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay. Yep.
Stanley felt the cool
Okay.
breeze upon his skin,
That sucks.
the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Good? Oh boy, oh boy. Why is it loading? What's going on? Oh, what the fuck? Huh. Have you played it before?
All of his
already?
co-workers were gone. What could it... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is
the
worth?
achievement?
No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I want to click a door 20 times.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I'm not sure this is worth it.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this
just-
achievement
no.
to have meant something. It has to be a true reward
This
for
is not worth
valiant
it.
effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Okay.
he entered the door on his
Back
left.
to the monitor room. Let's go.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Who was
decided
it?
to go up to his boss's. Oh no, not
Oh.
again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room.
I just love this room
Please
closet.
take
It
your
reminds me of
time.
my childhood home. Stay in the closet. Fine. This is really boring. I don't want to stay in the closet. Come on, let me sweep. I want to sweep. It's my lifelong dream. Come on. God. Just the worst. Okay. Do I stay or do I go? I think I'm gonna go. This room closet is boring.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
we
walked
go.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to
What's that
discover
saying?
not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
Yeah.
But his attention was
Desperate
caught
for
by a
clues right now.
keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet.
I like this
And so the
couch.
boss
I
had
want this
assigned it
couch
an
in my
extra
house.
secret pin number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh. Down the ladder we go. That's an elevator. What am I talking about? Here we go. There goes the light.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control
ladder.
Facility.
Okay. So, do I go all the way through, or do I just like stay here?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
So where do I stay? Just stay here? Okay. So, you guys see that game last night? Yeah, it's pretty wild. Oh.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Right, I don't
and
either,
Stanley,
dude.
one
It's
of
just
them,
like it's the cliche.
eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Huh. It's not telling me to go. Hey, that's the boss's office right there. No, 593. I know there was a big basketball game tonight, Warriors versus Cavaliers. I watched that. Football game, Cubs played today. Nothing's going on. I think I have to press this button too. I feel like pressing it. Nothing's going down. I'm gonna press it and stay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
It really sucks Warriors lost tonight. It was 3-0. I'm just gonna... Oh, I can't go back now. Crap. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty big delay on the chat. Okay, I'm like staying, but nothing's happening. Supposed to be like looking for something. Just be here. Well, that sucks.
No, he
We'll turn the
refused to
machine
believe
on
it.
this
He
time.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Too late
Never.
now.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
It's a pretty big delay.
But here was the proof.
like
The heart
close
of the
to probably
operation.
8 seconds.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy,
I'm gonna go
or
here.
sad, or
here.
content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. for he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
YOLO. I don't know if you guys can hear the background music that's going on right now. It's got a sick beat. Wow, that sounded really white. I'm not even gonna apologize though.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
Like
You
this.
were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Big red
How
button.
long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a
There's the
good
door.
mood.
Damn it.
They're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been
Found a red
rather
button.
amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich.
Damn
I
it,
just hate
incorrect.
to see it
What's
go.
going down here?
But I'm sure
Yeah, purple
whatever I
button.
come up with on the next
That is
go-around
blue.
will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
I'm
You
just
know
gonna press the
what?
blue one
To
and get a
hell
new
with
button,
it.
new color.
I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this
Damn
room
it.
was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every
on.
little thing in this room.
Give me
These
something.
numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button.
Yes.
Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Sold? Do you have any
I found the
idea what
damn
your
purple
purpose
one.
in this place is?
I'm red.
Stanley,
There's
you're
only-
in for quite a disappointment.
Oh, I saw like another
But
minute.
here's a spoiler for you. That
One.
timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a
One and light
cutscene
blue.
because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To
What?
see you made humble. This is not a challenge.
See the yellow.
It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this
No,
world,
that's the
fine.
incorrect yellow.
But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
That.
Take a look at the clock.
Goodbye. Oh, what
That's
the
30 seconds you have left to struggle.
crap?
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life?
That
Or will you
sucks.
let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in
This sucks.
until the moment I say happily ever up.
Well, that sucked. Okay. I'm gonna not listen to the narrator. This is different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Taking the door on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Why is that door not open? I want that door to be open so I can go up there. You double dog dare me to do everything wrong?
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
I
Stanley simply stood
area.
here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
Holy
first
crap, this
open door
office
on his
has
left.
been, like, ravaged. Look at that. Nice painting of nature. This way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
True. Left and down. Shit, too late. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. I'm talking to you, Brad. Let me go this way. Yeah. I guess.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone
Here
you've
I
been
get
neglecting,
infinite chances at this
Stanley.
game, right?
Someone you've forgotten about.
Jump? Okay.
Please, stop trying. What? Really?
Good night.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Danger
that convinced that I
everywhere.
want something bad to happen to
Yeah.
you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something
another door
beautiful.
there. That's weird.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door all day, yo.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh, he is gonna be mad when I do this.
I still don't
Damn
think
it.
we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
don't.
Running
No.
and running and running,
I
just
know.
the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop.
Dumping him in a room like this.
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
That sucks.
And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
I don't want to do it. Oh, they're both open. Blue is behind me? Son of a bitch.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes.
Space.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Vital
If we just stay
frontier.
right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Just veg out for a minute. Yeah. Kill It's so
Where are you going?
bland. It's like foggy almost.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
This just feels a little bit wrong.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
I mean, YOLO.
No! Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
I think I'm gonna keep jumping.
No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room.
This is
My
actually
God.
kind of hard.
Is this
or
really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
I feel bad.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm gonna try and get through that blue door. Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
Nice employee lounge.
Yes,
Very blue.
this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I wonder if I can jump on there. On one of those cars and not die.
I realize that investing your trust in
next time.
someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go.
Oh.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I benefited a little bit.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. Worldwide leaderboard. What? No way, it's actual. Oh, that's so cool. Keep going.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh, okay.
In this game,
Holy shit.
the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
This is weird.
I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh my god. This sound sucks. What if I just let the baby die? That sounds awful. I'm gonna let him catch fire a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna let him die.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done.
He's done.
It's over. Thank you
God.
for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
This is great. I am a heartless bastard. I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck?
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
I'm in Minecraft.
At last, the one thing you've
I still
always
can't jump.
desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell
I
me,
can't
Stanley.
jump. I
Will
can't
it
do anything.
ever be enough? Well, I'll say this.
This is
I'm
pretty
done
cool,
making
though.
things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Yeah.
This will go here. No, here. And then...
This house is awful. It's like all
See,
dirt,
what does
only
it need?
one high.
Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art
Look at
and
this
feel
beautiful
ashamed
house.
at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
I mean, YOLO, right?
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
What? This is ridiculous. I'm playing freaking Minecraft in the Stanley Parable. Or do I guess I'm going, Aw, man. I wanna go to the beach, though.
Oh, my. It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
I have not. This kind of sucks.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Oh. Oh, Portal, yes!
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Come on, you're supposed to go in the toilet. I swear I'm actually playing Portal. I'm stuck though. This kinda sucks. Come on. Oh man. Okay, I think I'm stuck. Huh. Fuck, man, do I gotta restart? Well, nothing happened. Oh, son of, oh my god. I think I need glasses.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Here we go. It's been a while since I played
Genius.
Portal, so this is a little difficult. I'm so used to the Portal being
Actually,
there.
you know what? I think that's plenty.
Oh.
I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games.
Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, God. What? Oh, oops. that up. That's only a little terrifying. This is my room. Yeah, I guess so. Fuck. Can I get in there? No, I guess not. So I'll put that. Oh, son of a bitch.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
This game is awesome.
Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay, I can't move. Oh, there we go. And I'm back at the start. Right, left, down.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
Oh, jeez. It's 1:45 right now. I think this is a good stopping point. So, yeah. I'll catch you guys later.